Have you ever wondered how to navigate the storms of life? Welcome to Navigating Life's Storms with Psalms, a series designed to explore the timeless lessons hidden in these ancient songs. We will delve into their rich history, uncover their profound messages, and discover how they can guide us in our daily lives. Today we start with one of the most cherished chapters in the Bible, Psalm 23, so buckle up as we embark on this journey. Let's dive into the first episode of our series, Psalm 23. Psalm 23, a powerful passage that has comforted many throughout centuries. Penned by King David, this psalm captures the profound intimacy of his relationship with God. David was not just a king, but a shepherd in his earlier years, an experience that shaped his understanding of God as a shepherd to his people. Let's delve into the psalm. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runs over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. In these 6 verses, David paints a vivid picture of God's care and guidance. He depicts God as a shepherd, leading him to places of rest and refreshment, restoring his soul, and guiding him on righteous paths. Even in the midst of danger and death's shadow, David professes a fearless trust in God's comforting presence. This psalm also speaks of God's lavish provision, symbolized by a prepared table, an anointed head, and an overflowing cup. It concludes with a confident assertion of God's perpetual goodness and mercy and the promise of dwelling forever in God's house. Indeed, a powerful psalm, but to truly appreciate its depth, we need to understand its historical context and symbolism. In the next scene, we'll delve into the shepherd imagery and the rich symbolism woven into this psalm, helping us to understand why these words have brought comfort and hope to so many people throughout the ages. In the time of King David, shepherding was not just a job, it was a way of life. The shepherd's role was pivotal, and it went far beyond merely watching over a flock. A shepherd was a guide, a protector, a provider. He knew each one of his sheep, understanding their needs, their temperaments, and their weaknesses. He would lead them to green pastures, provide fresh water, and vigilantly guard them from danger. This intense personal care is the essence of the shepherd's role that David creatively uses to describe his relationship with God in Psalm 23. David's choice of the shepherd as a metaphor for God is exceptionally powerful. It's a portrayal of a God who knows us intimately, who guides us, protects us, and provides for us. Just as a shepherd meets every need of his sheep, so too God meets our needs. This is the profound trust and dependence David had on God, expressed through this psalm. Moving on to the symbolism within the psalm, each verse is like a treasure chest filled with layers of meaning waiting to be discovered. Take, for instance, the green pastures. In a desert environment like that of ancient Israel, green pastures were a sign of abundance, of prosperity. They signified places of nourishment, of rest, of safety. So when David says God leads him to green pastures, he is expressing his faith in God's ability to provide, to bring peace and prosperity into his life. Similarly, still waters are more than just a picturesque scene. In the harsh, arid landscapes of the Middle East, still waters were a source of life, of refreshment. They represent tranquility, rest, and renewal. When David speaks of being led beside still waters, he's talking about spiritual rejuvenation, about God restoring and refreshing his soul. Understanding this context and symbolism takes us a step closer to applying this psalm to our modern lives. So how does this ancient psalm relate to us in the 21st century, you might be asking? Well, its words, though written thousands of years ago, remain relevant and comforting in our modern era. Let's explore how. King David, the author of Psalm 23, lived in a time vastly different from ours, yet he experienced emotions and challenges that we can all relate to: fear, uncertainty, joy, and sorrow. This psalm, penned from his experiences, can serve as a source of solace and guidance for us today. Perhaps you've been touched by anxiety, loss, or uncertainty. Who hasn't, especially in these times? The world around us can often feel chaotic and unpredictable, but Psalm 23 offers a different perspective. When we read, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want," we're reminded that God is our ultimate provider and protector. Just as a shepherd cares for his flock, God watches over us, meeting our needs and guiding us through life's many twists and turns. This concept can bring immense comfort, especially when we feel overwhelmed by life's pressures or when we're navigating the unknown. Now consider the line, "He restores my soul." In this fast-paced world, we're often running from one task to another, barely pausing to breathe. Our minds are cluttered with to-do lists, worries, and plans. But this verse offers a powerful promise. God isn't just a provider, he's also a restorer. Just as a weary traveler finds rest at an oasis, our souls can find rest in God. He offers renewal and peace amid our busiest, most stressful moments. This promise isn't a temporary reprieve, it's a deep, lasting refreshment that touches the very core of who we are. But how can we make these words a part of our daily lives? It starts with taking a moment to pause, to breathe, and to meditate on these truths. Picture a shepherd caring for his flock, leading them to green pastures and still waters. Imagine yourself as part of that flock, cared for, provided for, and deeply loved. In moments of worry or stress, speak these words to yourself. "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul." Let these words seep into your heart and mind, replacing anxiety with peace, uncertainty with trust, and weariness with renewal. And remember, this isn't a one-time fix. It's a daily practice of reminding ourselves of the truth of Psalm 23 and the promises it holds. As we do, we'll find that these ancient words are not just relevant, but deeply transformative, offering guidance, comfort, and hope in our modern lives. But how can we make these words a part of our daily lives? Well, that's a question we'll explore in our next segment. Stay tuned. To truly benefit from this psalm, we encourage you to memorize it. There's something profoundly impactful about carrying these words in your heart and mind, ready to be drawn upon whenever you face a storm in life. Memorizing scripture isn't just about rote repetition, it's about immersing yourself in the word, letting it seep into your subconscious, and allowing its wisdom to shape your perspective and actions. When you memorize Psalm 23, you're not just storing words, you're equipping yourself with a spiritual tool that serves as a constant reminder of God's provision and protection. But don't stop at memorization. We encourage you to also meditate on Psalm 23. Meditation isn't about emptying your mind, but rather filling it with God's truth. Ponder each verse, visualize the imagery, and ask yourself what it means for you personally. How does it change the way you perceive your current circumstances? How does it shape your understanding of God's character? For instance, consider the line, "He leads me beside still waters." In meditation, you might visualize those tranquil waters, feel the peace they represent, and reflect on the areas of your life where you need God's calming presence. You might also ask yourself how you can follow God's lead more closely to find that peace. This week, make Psalm 23 your focus. Memorize it, meditate on it, and let its truths sink deep into your soul. We believe that doing so will bring you comfort, strength, and a fresh perspective on whatever storms you're navigating. And remember, you're not alone in this journey. We invite you to join our community discussion below. Share your experiences, insights, and any transformations you've noticed as you've immersed yourself in Psalm 23. Your words might just be the encouragement someone else needs. We look forward to hearing from you and supporting each other in this journey. Thank you for joining us today in this exploration of Psalm 23. We've journeyed through its rich history, decoded its symbolism, and discovered its relevance in our modern lives. From understanding God as our shepherd to embracing the promise of restoration, this psalm offers a beacon of hope amid life's storms. Remember, surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Let that promise carry you through this week. Like, share, and subscribe to Graced by God for more videos as we continue to navigate life's storms with the Psalms.
Thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe to Graced by God.